What if I told you the greatest threat to our future isn't malice or ignorance, but something far more insidious? What if the very systems we've designed to enhance human intelligence are reinforcing our worst tendencies instead? Stupidity, a force Dietrich Bonhoeffer described as more dangerous than evil itself, might just be at the heart of modern technology's most profound mysteries. In this video, we'll explore how Bonhoeffer's chilling theory applies to artificial intelligence, the symbiotic relationship between power and stupidity, and how technology might be shaping a new age of collective thoughtlessness. Stick around, because by the end of this journey, you'll see the world, and your role in it, through an entirely new lens. If you're curious about how intelligence and control intertwine, hit the like button and subscribe. Let's dive into the unseen forces shaping humanity's future. Can AI mimic human stupidity? Artificial intelligence is often celebrated for its ability to process vast amounts of data and make decisions faster than any human ever could. But what if AI isn't as infallible as we believe? More importantly, what happens when AI reflects the collective biases, blind spots, and yes, stupidity of the people who create it? Take the case of biased algorithms. Studies have shown how AI systems used in hiring or law enforcement can perpetuate racism, sexism, or economic inequality. These systems don't create stupidity from scratch. They amplify the biases encoded into them by their human creators. Bonhoeffer's idea of stupidity as a social phenomenon, not an individual failing, becomes eerily relevant here. Is AI not simply a mirror reflecting our collective flaws back at us? Consider how AI-driven recommendation algorithms shape our digital experiences. From the echo chambers of social media to the tailored ads we see, these systems prioritize engagement over truth. The result? Misinformation spreads faster than ever, and critical thinking takes a backseat. In essence, AI is accelerating the collective dumbing down of society, reinforcing Bonhoeffer's warning about the dangers of groupthink. Even more chilling is the prospect of AI systems becoming autonomous in perpetuating these flaws. If algorithms are designed to learn from us, what happens when all they learn is our worst tendencies? Could we reach a point where AI actively participates in the cycle of stupidity rather than passively reflecting it? Imagine a future where AI is not only curating your news feed, but determining the stories worth telling. What happens when AI's decisions align with corporate or political agendas rather than truth? By prioritizing engagement metrics over nuance, these systems risk creating a feedback loop of ignorance that becomes nearly impossible to break. The symbiotic dance, power and stupidity. Stupidity is more dangerous than evil, Bonhoeffer once said, and nowhere is this more apparent than in the relationship between power and thoughtlessness. Those in power often benefit from fostering collective stupidity, whether it's through propaganda, censorship, or manipulation of public opinion. But what makes stupidity such an effective tool? Bonhoeffer argued that stupidity isn't a lack of intelligence, but a refusal to engage critically. This makes it an ideal state for those who wish to control others. Think about how authoritarian regimes suppress dissent not by eradicating intelligence, but by inundating the populace with oversimplified narratives and emotional appeals. A distracted, disengaged public is far easier to control. Now, let's bring technology into the equation. AI and big data provide unprecedented tools for those in power to shape public opinion. Predictive algorithms can anticipate our behaviors, micro-targeted ads can manipulate our choices, and disinformation campaigns can sow division. All of this serves to create a population that, as Bonhoeffer described, feels safe and satisfied while remaining incapable of critical resistance. Here's the mystery to ponder. Is this symbiosis between power and stupidity deliberate, or is it an unintended consequence of our technological evolution? Are we complicit in creating systems that prioritize control over enlightenment? Or are these systems evolving beyond our control? Another layer to this question lies in who wields these tools. Corporations and governments alike have access to algorithms capable of swaying public opinion on a massive scale. The more these systems advance, the less room there is for individual agency. As Bonhoeffer suggested, the truly dangerous aspect of stupidity is its collective nature. Once embedded in a group or system, it becomes nearly impossible to counteract. Furthermore, power thrives on predictability. AI excels at identifying patterns in human behavior, which can then be exploited to maintain the status quo. By encouraging conformity and discouraging critical thought, these systems make it easier for those in power to remain unchallenged. The chilling question is, are we willingly handing over our agency in exchange for convenience? Escaping the feedback loop. Is there a way out? If stupidity is a social phenomenon, as Bonhoeffer suggested, can we ever truly escape it? And if AI systems are reinforcing the cycle, what hope do we have of breaking free? The first step is recognizing the feedback loops that trap us. Social media algorithms, for instance, are designed to keep us engaged by showing us content that aligns with our existing beliefs. This creates a cycle where we're less likely to encounter opposing viewpoints and more likely to double down on our biases. In other words, we become dumber together. But there's also hope. Some researchers and technologists are working to design systems that promote critical thinking rather than passivity. Imagine AI that actively challenges your assumptions, exposing you to diverse perspectives instead of reinforcing your bubble. These systems could act as catalysts for breaking free from collective stupidity. Education, too, plays a crucial role. Bonhoeffer emphasized the importance of courage and critical engagement as antidotes to stupidity. Teaching media literacy, fostering open dialogue, and encouraging skepticism are all ways to counteract the effects of both human and machine-driven stupidity. Consider this. What if we restructured our digital ecosystems to reward curiosity rather than confirmation? Platforms could incentivize users to engage with diverse perspectives, rewarding intellectual exploration instead of echo chamber reinforcement. While this idea may sound idealistic, it's a necessary step toward reclaiming our intellectual agency. Moreover, individual responsibility cannot be overlooked. Bonhoeffer's theory challenges us to take ownership of our engagement with the world. This means questioning the narratives we're presented with, seeking out alternative viewpoints, and resisting the urge to consume information passively. Another intriguing possibility lies in decentralized systems. What if we moved away from centralized platforms controlled by a few powerful entities and toward systems governed by collective consensus? Blockchain technology, for instance, offers a way to democratize data ownership and ensure transparency in how information is shared and consumed. Ultimately, Bonhoeffer's theory challenges us to take responsibility for our own engagement with the world. It's easy to blame AI or those in power, but the truth is more complex. Breaking free from these cycles requires individual and collective action, a willingness to question, to learn, and to resist complacency. Today, we've explored how Bonhoeffer's theory of stupidity resonates in a world increasingly shaped by artificial intelligence. From algorithms that amplify our biases to the symbiotic relationship between power and thoughtlessness, and finally, to the hopeful steps we can take to break free from these cycles, the questions raised are as profound as they are unsettling. But here's the good news. Stupidity isn't an immutable trait. It's a choice to disengage, and that means it can be countered with courage, curiosity, and critical thinking. Whether it's questioning the algorithms shaping our lives or resisting oversimplified narratives, every small act of intellectual resistance matters. If this video sparked your curiosity or made you think differently about the world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think? Can AI ever escape the trap of human stupidity? Let's start a conversation that challenges the very systems we've come to rely on. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay curious.